Hi friend, welcome to a visual of my thought closet. I want to do three things with this video. First, I want to sort of make a connection between an actual closet of things, this one happens to be clothing, and our thinking, what we are thinking, what we are holding on to, what we are believing. So first I'm going to make a connection between a closet actually and thought closet, what we're thinking. Second, I want to share with you some mental buggers that, just like clothes that I've outgrown or don't really speak to my heart, gotta pitch them, gotta get rid of them. So the second thing I want to do is point out some thought clothes, if you will, that I don't want to use anymore. Third thing I want to do is relate it to you in a way that you can take with you and use in your now if it helps. Okay, I'm speaking rather slowly, but it's okay. It's how I talk. I process and listen very slowly. If you think like me, you'll keep watching. All right, I'm going to show you something. This is a temporary sort of stash of stuff, clothes that I'm sorting through. A lot of it's winter items. A lot of it is stuff that I just kind of want to get stored till it gets cold again. All right. And then over here is an actual closet. Nothing new there. Stuff on hangers, stuff folded, stuff that I need access to. All right. That's all stuff. Clothes, boxes, things. I always sift my thinking. I weigh each thought that comes with a question. Tree, is this thought from God, divine love, or is this thought more of a mortal view? Tree, what's the difference between a thought from love and a thought from more of a mortal view? Good question. Who? A love thought, a thought from God, tends to be gentle, kind, direct, assertive, courageous, fear-free. A thought from love is all that's good, all that's right, all that is awesome about the now. A human, sort of mortal, sort of derogatory thought is all the buggers that you already know so well. Fear, doubt, second-guessing, intimidation, worry, fret, stress, you name it, any of those. Okay, those two, the good and the not so good, love to kind of hang out and sort of be all hung together. Or, better said, if I could make them all dance, thoughts tend to in our thinking. So every single day, probably 1,000 times a day, I weigh each one, and I probably should have gotten a scale or something for this. Is this a thought from God, love? I'm going to keep it. If this is a thought that's derogatory, negative, bye-bye. Just like clothes I'm not really digging anymore, which is all on the bed. So you might need to see that actual thing. Okay, I'm going to show you what I do. Thanks for being patient. Okay, good example. This shirt fun. It was fun. Loved it for several years. I adore tie-dye. I love making it. It's nice and long. Hung over some jeans I was wearing. Fun. Now that I look at it, when I see this shirt, it's tired. It's sort of sad. It sort of reminds me of the events and the things that I did while I wore that shirt. I don't need those memories. They were good. They're in my heart forever. So I'm saying goodbye to the derogatory that comes with the shirt by pitching the shirt. Tree, what's that have to do with thinking? Why are you talking about clothes? Okay. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm able. What if it's too hard? What if I don't fail? Any of those sound familiar? You've probably worn those thoughts a long time. And maybe they served you fine. Probably it's time to kind of give them wings, because they tend to hold you back from doing wonderful things. I don't know if I can. I'm not good enough. What if I never finish? That's a big one for me. What if I, can't do it all? What if it's too hard? What if I fail? What if? Yeah, let's give those things wings. Those are the mortal thoughts. With love, everything's possible. And I can do another clip on how to see yourself more spiritual. But I showed you the closet. I made the connection with the thoughts. I showed you how I sift and sort. I ask, is this from love? Or is this more of a mortal thought? And then the take home for you, what I'd love you to, just start doing. Go into a closet. Practice this. Go in. Take a look. Ask yourself, do I like this color? Cool. Of your own stuff. Am I wearing this? Yeah. Does it remind me of anything that I don't want to be reminded of? If there's any kind of negative with the clothing, bye-bye. Give it wings. Now, somebody could totally get into this and argue with me. Tree, you're putting way too much thought onto clothing. Well, I'm visual, and I remember things, and I want to remember happy things. And if I'm wearing something, and I had a really tough interchange with someone, it lingers on that piece of clothing, and I give it wings. Well, Tree, you ought to change your thought about that person. True, and I do. All right, that was me just kind of trying to directly address the frustrations or the, negatives that might come from this. Is this thought from love? If it's not, bye-bye, give it wings. Take a look at the derogatory stuff that keeps coming to you. The biggies for me. I don't know if I can do this. It might be too hard. What if I don't ever finish? What if it's, what if I fail? All of those. Okay, big hug. The spiritual fact, we are the image and likeness of love now. We can be thinking good thoughts now. More soon. Big hug from my thought closet to yours.